So in this video, we're going to look at attendance schemes within the D2L attendance tool. So we're going to go here, click on the attendance schemes. When we first started using D2L, there was a scheme set as default, which only has the options of present or absent. There was also a sample one within the system that had present, tardy, absent, and excused. And I'm going to open that one and view the options here. So you notice the options here are present, tardy, absent, and excused. And there's some percentages over here to the right. So present is 100%, so they were there for that day. And then absent is 0. The tardy option here is set for 50%. And what that means is when the student has received 2 tardies, it's going to equal 1 absence. Now you can do a lot of variations on this, and you can look at how to set up a custom scheme in the system. We're producing a separate video on that goes into a little more detail on it. And then I'll go ahead and click closed here. So that's another system option that was available when we started using D2L. But we also created the system scheme here of present, absent, and excused. That's available to everybody when you create a register within your course. If you think you're going to want to use excused as an option, then you'll want to select this one from the beginning, because changing schemes after you've already got partway into a semester, you're going to run into 2 issues. One, it's either not going to let you change it because the option to change the scheme will be grayed out, or you're going to find that it's going to delete all existing data if you try and change the scheme. So if you decide partway through that you want to change it, one option is to download your current data into a spreadsheet and have that to re-enter it. Or 2, go ahead, and if you've already got the data offline, you can go ahead and change the scheme if it allows you to, and then start over, re-enter your data. But once again, if you think you're going to use excuse, you probably want to pick that from the beginning, because if you don't use it, it won't matter at all. But if you do decide you want to use it, you've got that option available to you. We are going to do another video on creating custom schemes, and in doing that, it can get a little complicated if you want to do things like a number of absences. So maybe you want to do 10 tardies and you count an absence, or 5 tardies and you count an absence. There's ways of doing that. You just kind of want to think out what you want to do with that option before you go in and start creating the scheme, because once again, you can't really change the schemes without deleting data or edit the schemes. So this is another one that we've been working on a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit scheme here. And you'll notice that this is set up for like a lab situation where somebody's in lab for like 4 hours. And you could select to say that somebody attended 1 hour of the lab, they attended 2 hours of the lab, or they attended 3 hours of the lab, or they attended all 4 hours of the lab. That would give you a percentage of how much of the lab time they actually attended. And you'll notice each hour adds 25%. So if they attended all 4 hours of the lab, they get 100% for that day. If they only attended a couple hours, they'd only get 50% for that day. Once again, there are a number of different options on setting up custom schemes. Would be happy to work with you on getting those created. So I'm going to go ahead and click close here. If you want more information on creating a custom scheme, you can check out our video on that, or you can contact us to help you walk you through that process. And check out the rest of the videos in the playlist for other features of the attendance tool in D2L.